Hi everybody, this is Yousef. Welcome to my channel, and I'm gonna make a food that I'm pretty sure everybody had this food, and also everybody loves it, especially children, and that's gonna be a spaghetti. But it's not the authentic Italian spaghetti, but it's a Persian version of it, which is kind of different, but it's nice, and it comes very delicious at the end. I'm sure if you had any friend that Persian, Iranian, and you been in their home, probably you might had that food. So, and they call that actually macaroni, and the ingredients is almost the same, but anyway, it's gonna be different spaghetti. So I'm gonna go over the ingredients with you, and then I show you how to cook it. Okay, started with the meat, which is about like 800 grams of ground beef, about 220 grams of mushroom, sliced mushroom, and I have a tomato puree, which is a 3 tomato. I made the puree out of that, and I have 3 tablespoon of tomato paste. I have a half a teaspoon cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1.5 turmeric, half a teaspoon chili powder, 1.5 black pepper, 1.5 salt. We're gonna need some oil, both regular and olive oil, and about 500 grams of the spaghetti, and 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, 1 onion, and I said 3 tomato, which I made a puree, and some butter, which I'm gonna show you when we use those. I already put the pan on the top of the stove, and I'm gonna heat that with the oil, and then I'm gonna saute the onion, which I'm gonna slice it right now. And also I put some water to be boiled for the spaghetti, and we're gonna go over that also. So we're gonna dice this onion. Also gonna dice the garlic too. Actually chop them very thinly. Okay, we're gonna put some oil and just make it hot enough to saute the onion and garlic. Then I just put the meat into this also. Here we go. Put the onion first. As soon as it turns the color, then I put the garlic and meat to it. Okay, as soon as it turns the color, we're gonna add the garlic to it, and just turn for a second. Then I'm gonna add the meat also at this time. So let the garlic just turn for a second. I try to break the meat to the pieces, and few minutes after this I add most of the spices. Now this is the time to add the spices to it. That's the turmeric that you added. Then I add the black pepper, red pepper or chili pepper. This is for somebody, if you don't like it, you don't have to add it. Just give a little bit taste to it. But if you don't like it, you don't have to put into this. Turn around a little bit. Then I'm gonna add the cumin powder and oregano. Okay, a few minutes after sauteing, the meat, it's as you see, the color is changed a little bit. Now it's a time for just adding the tomato paste to it. So just drop that and try to make sure that tomato paste, it's just the saute itself also in the middle with a little bit of oil that is left, and then the color is going to change a little bit. It's going to be darker, and it gets to a better taste to it also. Then mix everything together. And also it's a time to add the salt. Okay, after 2 or 3 minutes, you know, you add the tomato paste. Just try to mix them together, and then it's a time for adding a mushroom and a tomato puree. And then we're gonna let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes while the spaghetti is gonna be ready and the meat's gonna be ready too. The sauce is gonna be ready also. So right now I'm gonna add the mushroom and tomato puree. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit of water, glass of water into that one, and I just reduce the heat and let it cook for about like a 15 to 20 minutes. While the spaghetti is ready, then we're going to mix them together. Okay, the water is boiling nicely. I'm gonna add just a little bit the salt into this, and also a little bit the olive oil, just prevent the spaghetti stick together. And I'm gonna put the whole bunch of this, which was about like a 500 grams of the spaghetti, and so let it cook for 10 minutes. After that, I'm gonna drain it and I wash it with the cold water. Then I put it back in the pot with mixture of our sauce. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna drain the spaghetti and put back together with the sauce. A little bit of cold water to it to take the excess salt out of it, also not to be sticky. Is it good to do that? Add a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of your pan, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay some potato here, which is not something that you have to do, and so it's going to be nicely done when it's finished. So you're going to have a little bit of crispy potato also. The reason that I'm not going to put all the way, because I'm going to have also crispy of spaghetti itself in the middle. So I'm going to have a crispy spaghetti and crispy potato. So now we're going to do just starting to mix things together. Let me bring that our sauce, which is done and ready. Looks beautiful. And or maybe I bring my pan here. Okay, start putting in a little bit of spaghetti here in the bottom of the pot. Okay, distribute it evenly, and then start adding one layer of the spaghetti, one layer of the sauce. And you do this till it all finish. Okay, if you remember, I had a little bit of butter. Is the time that I just want to put the water in this one and melt it a little bit. Then I'm going to add on the top of it. Then I put in a heat right now. Now this goes over the heat, and I put the lid on it, and just at the same time I'm going to put this kitchen cloth to get the excess moist and water out of it, and it should be about like a 35 minutes, and if it's more than that I'll let you know, but I guess 35 minutes it would be good enough. So we're gonna come back and check on it. Okay, one thing that I forgot to add is you put it in a high heat for 5 or 6 minutes, then reduce it to the medium low and let it be there for 35 minutes or 40 minutes. Food is ready. It's wonderful, it's delicious, it's good, and it's very odd, but Persians love to eat the spaghetti with the ketchup. So myself, I don't like it, but there are lots of Iranian that eat it with the ketchup. And I'm gonna add a little bit of the chopped parsley as a garnishment, and so food is ready to eat. And thanks for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe and tell a friend, and till next time, bye now.